What is going on, everyone? Welcome back on Block Gems. Today I want to talk about the Centerland, and specifically I want to talk about land in the Decentraland universe. So the parcels of land, these assets that compose the Decentraland map. And in particular, I want to discuss how maybe, just maybe, we will be able to create an analytics tool that will allow us to have an insight into the market dynamics of this particular asset. So if you're not new to the channel, you might have noticed that I discussed a similar topic and a similar idea also for the sandbox gaming universe. So if you want to learn more about the analytics tool that I'm creating for the project, you can click in the link that I will put in the card above. But just very briefly, just to give you an idea of what this is, I decided to plot on a couple of charts, actually in this case one chart, the coordinates of the plot of land, lands that have been purchased recently. So for a given date, this was the 9th of May, you can see the purchases in US dollars, so you can compare the price point you paid with the price point that has been paid for other plots of land. I think that this is all the more relevant for the Centerland, and I want to provide you with an example of why I believe that is the case. So if we go, for instance, in the Centerland market, and we look at this parcel of land. This is minus 84 coordinate, minus 111 coordinates. We see that it's for sale. There is the buy button open, so we can actually consider a purchase. This is the price. We also see that this was bought a couple of days back for a similar price, just a little bit less than what the current owner asks for. Now, how do I know if this price is fair compared to the market level? So basically, if this price is in line with what the market, the average price for a similar type of land is as of today in the market. Now, this is not a banal question because the prices, so the very currency fluctuates a lot in price. The value of the asset itself, even not with respect to the currency, but say with respect to the US dollar, also fluctuates a lot. And this is not like buying a plot of land, a parcel in this case on the Decentraland gaming universe. It is just not as buying any commodity. It's not just like buying Bitcoin. Everyone is different. Everyone has specific characteristics. So how can I see if this is a good deal or not, or at least if this is fair, as a fair price compared to what I would see normally in the market? So let's look at another deal that occurred a few hours before. Minus 32, minus 23. Similar price, few hours before, completely different location. You are much closer to the Genesis Plaza, which is the center, the very center of the Centerland universe. And this typically gives a lot of value to whichever asset is in these spaces, in the first 4 quadrants here. It is not that close to the road, sure, but neither was the other one. So it's not that there is a specific advantage. Of course, it is possible that there are particular reasons why this transaction occurred. Maybe the owner wanted to use it for a project that specifically required that location. But by and large, if we are comparing these two parcels, we are looking at assets that should have a different value. At least if you ask me, but also by logic. One, they're more or less the same distance from a road. One is in the outskirts of the map, and the other one is very, very close to the center. How do I know? How could I spot this discrepancy? Because I used this tool that I'm creating right now, that I'm keen on showing you, where I could see that two plots of land, two parcels were sold, one close to each other, for very similar price. So maybe this is the fair price, right? Or at least this is what the signal that the market is giving me, that this is the price for whatever is in this area. And here, far out, I have a piece of land that costs even more than that one. And as you can see, typically the closer you are to the center, the more expensive it gets. And another point of comparison, here we're looking at something that is more or less at the same distance from the center compared to these two plots. And here we're looking at completely different price, meaning that this is a good deal compared to this one for sure, but also this one, and also compared to other items that are in the outskirts of the map, because the price difference between this one and this one is not that high. It's not particularly high. So this is the kind of insight that I want to start building for this community. But guys, I really need that you come with suggestions, that you tell me what you think about it, that you, even if you have questions, if you have comments, please leave all these comments in the comment section below. Indeed, I will read them all for sure, and I will try to reply to as many as I can. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Again, if you consider this interesting, leave a note below and let me know what you think.